I'm meteorologist John Farley. The winds, they're picking up out there tonight. I'll tell you what that means for you tomorrow. Plus, I'll give you a look at the rest of the week's forecast coming up in just a bit.
Let's check in with meteorologist John Farley in the Weather Center. John?
Yeah, not bad. We did okay today. Temperatures, 60s. We eked out a couple of low 70s well inland. But yeah, for the first day of spring, certainly not bad. Here you go. 70 was the high in Morgan Hill. Same story in Fairfield. You can see everybody else in the 60s. And closer to the coast, a little cooler, only upper 60s. And that's courtesy of the wind coming in off of the water. And speaking of the wind, I take you there live right now. Here's a shot from San Francisco, and what you can see here is some boats out there, and they're listing pretty good. What's going to happen as we go forward is tomorrow all you're going to need is the jib. Believe me, the wind is going to pick up, and it's going to be stronger than what you see here this evening. All right, let me show you what's going on in the quick look at the forecast. This evening, breezy, 60s now, but soon to drop into the 50s. Sunset about 2 hours from now, so you still have time if you want to get out and walk the dog. Doing just fine. Tomorrow is going to be windy, though. It'll be noticeably windy, especially as we go mid to late afternoon. But thereafter, things are going to warm up. As we start into Tuesday and Wednesday, we'll see temperatures jump back comfortably into the 70s for almost all of us, and that'll last, as I say, for a couple of days. Let me give you the setup here on the satellite, and things show up pretty well sometimes on the satellite view. Notice here we are in the Bay Area right here, and what you'll see is the clouds just pushing right to the east of us, and behind it, things are clearing out. Now, when that happens, that's often a good indication of a pretty good high developing, and that's what's going on. And what's going to happen here as we go through tomorrow, we're going to get a high setting up here to our northwest and a low down to our southeast over about Vegas. And remember, winds flow from high to low, and we're going to be in between both of those, and so that means things are going to be windy. And notice, generally speaking, to the wind direction here, it's coming off of the water. So at least for the first, say, 3/4 of the day tomorrow, it's going to be kind of cool. We'll see gusts upwards of maybe 30, 35 right near the coast. And with that wind, as I say, off the water, it's going to be a little on the cool side, but it won't last very long. By tomorrow late in the day and into Tuesday, this high is going to push in this direction, and it's going to set itself back up to our northeast. The winds will shift back, and we call this an offshore flow, whereas the winds flow from the land out to the sea. So that means temperatures are going to warm nicely, and that'll last, as I say, for a couple of days. All right, let me give you a peek at the lows for tonight. Temperatures not terribly cold either side of 50 for all of us, and mostly clear skies. I'll step off the map here and show you the temperatures for tomorrow as I see them. You'll see temperatures starting to climb a little bit into the low 70s in the north and east bay spots. Oakland checking in at 65. As we come farther south, you'll see mostly 60s on this map. San Jose checking in at 68, Mountain View 67. Now, here's my 5-day forecast. And what you're going to see is after the wind, it warms, and it stays that way for a couple of days. So Tuesday and Wednesday will be just, they're going to be nice days. We will see some clouds late Wednesday into Thursday. They'll be tied up with a storm system that now looks like it's going to miss us completely. So we get a couple of clouds, and that's the whole deal. And then by the time we get later in the week, we go back to more sun. So yeah, we're doing all right.
Yeah. Might be a little spring fever going around
I know.
in the next couple of days.
Yeah, it's true.
Thanks, John.
Thanks, John.